All right, y'all. Good evening, and welcome back to the Big Four Sports Podcast. Happy Wednesday, happy Hump Day. You already know what it is, and also happy Celtics opening day. Game's actually going on right now, so it happens. Podcasting, Pod- podcasting's technically my part job. So if it's a part job, it's technically a job. But that's beside the point. So I just got my grandfather's dog because my grandfather's actually moving. So we actually are taking him for a little bit. And he's gonna be my dog for a little bit, but I'm up here podcasting, so I can't really take care of him. And so if you hear just like really loud screaming, because so my dog right now is Bosco, that's his name, and Bosco is completely untrained. He's so untrained, and so if you just hear like any like screaming, that's because he's being naughty, and my dad wants to train him. So that's if you hear just periodic screaming, that might be why. Just wanted to warn you guys now, but I'm gonna give you my full slate. Take number one of this, my computer was actually running like so slow, so I had to restart it. It's running much better now. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx it. But yeah, I'm gonna pull up the slate, and we're just gonna get it going. All right, so the slate here. First thing we're actually gonna do is be looking back at my predicting the MLB season now that it's World Series time. Okay, so like we're gonna be doing something new. We're gonna be reacting to a past episode of mine, and we're gonna see how right I was and how wrong I was. I guarantee you, I'm gonna be wrong with some of them. Then we're gonna be looking at the World Series matchup, and then comparing every position, and then giving you my final prediction. We're gonna do a week in the books for the Bruins. Technically, 2 weeks in the books. Honestly, the reason why I didn't do it last week is because they only played 2 games. I hadn't played in forever up until Wednesday, and I also just forgot. So 2 weeks in the books for the Bruins, and we're going to talk about Celtics opening day, which the game's actually going on right now. And then we're going to end it off with football. We're going to recap my football season because, well, my regular season is done. I'm not going to tell you what the outcome of it was. And we're going to recap every game of my regular season. And then we're going to recap Pat's game, which I went to. That game was so much fun. And then predicting NFL Week 8. Let's go. But before we get into that, this podcast episode is brought to you by Riverside. Riverside is what I use for podcasting. I know people like to do testimonial. Like whenever they get Jennifer Aniston on a commercial, they like to do testimonial saying, "Do you want to look like me?" and stuff like that. No, this is actually what I use. Okay, if you check out my last episode or my last two episodes, you'll see in the top right corner, in the top left corner, you'll see a little Riverside icon, which is a sign of what I use. Riverside's actually great though. They make it so easy. I think a toddler can figure it out. Like it's so easy to create a studio. It's so easy to record. It's so easy to like share your screen. It's so easy to like turn off your cam, turn off your it. They all just make it so simple. And then that's what I like about Riverside. And you're also getting all this for free. Like, who doesn't love free stuff? Like honestly, who doesn't love free stuff? And so yeah, that's also another reason why I like Riverside a lot. And again, Riverside's what I use. I love Riverside, and you can make video podcasts, you can do audio podcasts, Riverside isn't just for podcasting. I know that's what people like majority use it for, but you can also like make videos out of Riverside. You can also you can really make you can really make a lot of stuff with Riverside. Which if you want to go do a video for YouTube or audio or video podcast for Spotify, use Riverside. Okay, they make it so easy to just upload to Spotify. All you got to do is just transfer to another app, and then that other app, Anchor, which is also what I use, they make it very easy as well. So yes, go check out Riverside if you want to go do a podcast or do a video, whatever really you want to do, camera related or photography related, then go check out Riverside. Okay, let's get into some reactions. Dude, I think this episode right here is probably going to be my longest episode in the history of the Big Four podcast, and this is also probably the first episode that I'm going to get to all four sports. I can't really think off the top of my head another episode that we talked about all 4 sports. Actually, I can. Actually, I think I've had 2. All right, we're gonna do some scrolling, and I gotta share my screen. Okay, boys, we're off to a good start. Let's just say that. Yeah. Okay. I just gotta find it. I remember that. No, okay. I gotta beat 55 minutes for my longest episode. Top 25 free agents. Yeah, I remember that. Dude, this is just scrolling back, dude. I remember I was all over the road, dude. It's way down here. And come on. Oh, we found it. All right, dude. I've learned a lot from this. It's gonna be so interesting going back down memory lane and just looking at when I first started. I've definitely learned a lot since then. I've learned how to do a better podcast. I've learned to use Riverside, which did not take that long. And I've just learned how to do better podcast. I've gotten a better mic since then. I've learned a lot since this episode. So we're gonna see like we're gonna see how bad I was at predicting these. If I can get it to load, it might be nice. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to
I wonder if you guys can hear that.
Maybe you guys can hear that. Who knows? This was me. This came out March 15th of this year, technically. So, how many months is that? Hold on. Let me just do some math real quick. Okay, kidding. So March, April, May, July, August. All right, around 7 months ago, essentially. Yeah, 7 months and 7 months and about a week ago.
Of the Big Four Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nick. Let's get this show started. So what we're going to be talking about in this episode is we're going to be talking about I'm actually going to be predicting the whole MLB season. We're going to be doing I'm going to predict how every division is going to turn out. I'm going to do some awards, just the MVPs and Cy Young awards. And then I'm going to be doing my World Series matchup and my World Series winner, which you should probably already know who my pick is to win the World Series because I made an episode on it.
I think I actually remember who I predicted, but I might be wrong, so who knows? I'm not gonna pause it anymore.
But let's get into it. Starting off with the AL East at number 5, I had the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, it's gonna be a loaded AL East. No team.
Dude, wait. Did I just hear that right?
Just the MVPs and Cy Young awards. And then I'm going to be doing my World Series matchup and my World Series winner, which you should probably already know who my pick is to win the World Series because I made an episode on it already. But let's get into it. Starting off with the AL East at number 5, I had the Tampa Bay Rays.
What the hell was I thinking? Dude, I had the Rays in 5th? Oh my god. Dude, that's a stinker, okay?
It's going to be a loaded AL East. No team in this division is bad.
I just want to hear my reasoning.
Okay, but at 5, I had the Tampa Bay Rays. At number 4, I have the Baltimore Orioles.
I predicted 4 and 5. I had 4 Orioles, 5 Rays, and they went 1 and 2. That's bad. I think I actually messed up this whole division. But we'll see.
Still a very young team. Adley Rutschman is really good.
I had that
so
right.
They could climb the ranks, but I just don't see it.
There we go. MLB analyst Nick coming out. I said that they could climb the ranks, but
3, I have the Boston Red Sox.
Dude,
I know I'm a Boston.
I knew this was so biased as soon as it came out of my mouth as a prediction. I knew it was biased, and I knew it probably wasn't going to happen. But oh yeah, wait. I heard the Red Sox hired a new GM, but Red Sox. Craig Breslow. That's actually a really good pickup now that I think about it. All right. Sorry for the interruptions. I'm just going to keep it going. I actually wonder if you guys can hear this.
Boston Red Sox fan, and I had them finishing this low. Just the 2 teams in front of them are just better. We're also being realistic here.
That was not realistic.
You know, if we weren't being realistic, I would have put the Yankees at 5.
I had the Red Sox.
At number 2, I had the New York Yankees, and that leaves a little bit of a hot take: the Blue Jays at 1.
All right, okay, Yankees 2. That's not actually that bad. The Blue Jays, dude, they actually kind of disappointed. So did the Yankees in their own right, but I messed up that whole division, so yeah, let's
Blue Jays team has a really good supporting cast around George Springer. This man is good. The supporting cast is really good.
How did I not mention Vlad Guerrero? Okay, dude, I'm sorry I keep pausing it, goddamn. But like either way, how did I not put Vlad Guerrero as their main guy? Guerrero and Springer are their 2 main guys, I'd say.
Good. They come out of the AL East. All right, let's move to the AL Central, the worst division in the MLB right now. At number 5, I have the Detroit Tigers.
They came in second. Like, I had every reason to believe that the Tigers were going to be a 5th place team. They actually came in second and had a good season.
There's just not a good baseball team. Number 4, who finished 5th last year, I got the Kansas City
Royals. Dude, I was high on the Royals this year. All right, I'm actually going to pull up the MLB standings real quick just so I can compare. Dude, I'm 0 for 7 right now. Like, I'm 0 for 7. I'm probably going to go like 3 for 25 or 3 for 30. So I had dude, I was so high on the Royals this year.
I think it's going to be a close 4 and 5, but I think the Tigers are just worse. At number 3, I had the Minnesota Twins.
Dude! Oh my god. We're 0 for 8 right now, dude. This is not good. I had the Twins at 3?
At number 2, I had Chicago
Dude, that's even worse. How did I have the White Sox at 2? Oh my god. Bro, that is actually embarrassing, dog. Oh my god, dude, that's actually so horrible. All right, I guess we'll just move on.
Sox and the White Sox are even bad, and of course the Cleveland.
Dude, I said I was so confident in that. We're 0 for 10. Okay, so Twins came in first, Tigers came in second, Guardians fell off a lot, coming in third, White Sox and Royals. Okay, dude. Oh my god, maybe I'll have better luck with the AL West.
Gonna run away with this division. Jose Ramirez is really good. Emmanuel Chase is really good.
It's Class A. I had to clean that up again. I was a beginner. Okay, I didn't know a lot. Now I'm a bit more experienced. I said they were gonna run away with this division.
Both on my fantasy team this year. They gotta do good. All right, moving into the AL West here, you have kind of now more of a stacked division with the Angels, Mariners, Rangers getting better.
Dude, I got that right.
All right, and at number 5, I have
Dude,
Oakland Athletics.
Finally, I got one right. Let's go. We're 1 for 11.
Shocker. Not really though.
Shocker.
At number 4, while people are really high on the Texas Rangers, I am not. I had them at 4.
I swear, I felt like their pitching just was not good outside of Jacob deGrom. But who knew that like Nathan Eovaldi was going to be just disgusting? Who knew they were going to get Max Scherzer, and who knew Corey Seager was going to be historically good?
I'm just not sold on that team. While they did add Jacob deGrom and did get better this offseason, there is still so many holes, and I'm still not sold on the bullpen.
Either. Okay, that's a fair take. Okay, that's a fair take. Their bullpen did kind of suck. And they still do kind of suck.
And at number 3, I have the LA Angels.
That's another pick right. Actually, yeah. No, that's not another pick right. Dude, we're 1 for 13. This is just bad.
Probably they might trade there's no way the Angels are going to just let Ohtani walk and not get anything.
I got that correct.
Because letting a all-world type of talent just walk like that, I mean, that's not really good if you're the Angels here. But I have them coming in the middle of the pack. At number 2, I have the Seattle Mariners. I mean, the Mariners are just a good team. Luis Castillo, Julio Rodriguez, just a good team. At number 1, I have the defending World Series champion.
Dude, 2 for 15. Dude, we're so wrong right now. At home, the Astros had a losing record. And on the road, they weren't even that good either. They were 51-30, which is technically the best, but like, dude, oh my. And here comes my dog. So yeah, it's about to get hectic in here. All right, let's move to the NL.
Astros. All right, jumping into the NL now. We're gonna start it off with the NL East. Good. A really good division outside of the Marlins and Nationals.
Dude!
At number 5, I have the Washington Nationals.
Hey, let's go. We're 3 for 16. Dude, I said really good division outside of the Marlins and Nationals. Those were arguably the 2 best teams outside of the Braves and Phillies. Oh my god. All right, y'all. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna edit this part out. But yeah. All right. I'll be right back. Y'all, sorry for the hold up. All right, I'm gonna edit that part out. I forgot where we were. So I had the Nationals in 5th, which was somehow correct. But I'm 3 for 16.
I mean, no shocker here. Just the Nationals are ever since their World Series win a few years ago, just not a good baseball team. At number 4, I have the Miami
everybody
Marlins.
had this take of Nationals then Marlins. Everybody had that take. Like, oh my god. The Marlins had like negative 55 run differential, and yet they made the playoffs.
Again, just their pitching's good, just not a good baseball team outside of their pitching.
That is kind of true.
At number 3, I have the Atlanta Braves. That's a little bit of a hot take, but
how the hell did I have the Braves at 3? What am I doing? Dude, the Braves were like, they went 104-58 and were 52-29 both on the road and at home. Like, what? Oh my god. How did I have the Braves at 3?
But the Phillies did get much better around them. The Braves fell off a little bit. The Braves are still going to be elite, okay, but they're just not going to be as good as they once were. And at number 2, I have the Philadelphia Phillies.
Hey, there we go. That's actually correct. I had the Mets at 1, but dude, we're 4 for 19. This is bad.
For 1 and 2 and 3, it's going to be a very tight race. But I have the Mets coming out of the NL East with the Phillies. I have the Phillies finishing behind them by just 2 games.
I feel like a ton of people had that take of like it's going to be a very tight race, but ultimately the Mets or the Phillies were. It was either going to be Mets or Braves. All right, 4 for 20. Nice. Okay, let's move
on. The Mets, while they did lose a couple key pieces like Jacob deGrom, they still did get better this offseason somehow. So, and their front office is the best front office in the MLB. I do agree with myself. That's what I think of the NL East. Give me a very tight race for 1, 2, and 3, but I have the Mets coming out. So, moving into the NL Central. God, what is it with the Central divisions that are just bummed? All right, and at number 5, I have the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Was that right? Oh, no. I forgot about that. Oh, my God. I forgot how disappointing the Cardinals were. That's
a lot of explanation. Just not a good baseball team. Just has been in rebuild mode for a while. At number 4, I have the Cincinnati Reds.
I feel everybody had the take of Reds Pirates 5 and 4.
Hot take, I had the Reds finishing above 70 wins this year.
Was that right? 82 and I told
Hunter Green is really good, and he will carry the Cincinnati Reds team to 70 wins. At 3, I have the Cubs.
Dude, the Cubs actually were better than we all expected.
They won't qualify for playoffs.
I did agree with that.
They did get better this offseason. I should see some improvement from the Cubs. Number 2, I have the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay, the Brewers ended up winning the division, so that's a garbage take.
Devin Williams is going to be really good this year. I thought about him as a Cy Young candidate.
Cy Young is a closer.
But, yeah.
Cy Young as a closer wasn't actually out of the realm. Like, that was honestly kind of just a fun prediction. Like, that honestly wasn't actually totally out of the realm. I could, if any closer, I thought, back then, if any closer was going to win the Cy Young, it was going to be Devin Williams.
Me too. And at number 1, even though they did lose Albert Pujols to retirement, I still think the Cardinals.
Oh my. Dude, be honest, who predicted the Cardinals' downfall? Like, who actually predicted the St. Louis Cardinals' downfall? That's crazy. Oh my god, okay. We're 4 for 25. Maybe I know it's not going to get much better. Okay, yeah, I was miserably wrong. There's no coming back from that. Oh my. Some of the hot takes that I did have been spot on.
Now, the Cardinals are just still such a good team. I mean, the supporting cast around pretty much any player is just really, really good.
That does make sense.
So I think the Cardinals take it. And now jumping into the NL West, this is a very bad division outside of the Dodgers and Padres.
Really just outside of the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. The division just sucks.
Coming 5th in the NL West, I have the Colorado Rockies.
Is that right? Let's go, baby. 5 for 26.
East does not need much explanation, just not a good baseball team. At number 4, I have the San Francisco Giants.
Dude, I'm 2 for 2 on the NL West. What the hell is this? I've actually never been familiar with going 2 for 2 on a division so far. We're 6 for 27 right now.
Giants really just fell off the face of the earth when they entered this offseason, lost a bunch of key aspects. Look for the Giants to kind of enter more rebuilds, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to finish ahead of them. Christian Walker is really good. Zach Gallen is still pitching at a really high level, and Ketel Martin's decent as well.
It's Ketel Marte.
All 3 of those guys are on my fantasy team. God, what is it with me and Arizona Diamondback players? But yes, I have the Diamondbacks coming in third.
Dude,
in the NL
who
West.
knew they were going to make the World Series? Like, that's crazy. All right, we'll see. We'll see how I do.
In number 2, I have the
Dude,
LA
I remember
Dodgers.
the San Diego Padres.
Going to be booty cheeks.
Dude, I remember the San Diego Padres. I was so high on them. Like, it wasn't even funny. I was just so high on them. Like, I thought they were going to be this absolute unstoppable force.
Best Freddie Freeman, all their core. Just lost Trey Turner and Justin Turner and a couple more key aspects. They're going to fall out of number 2 because number 1's going to the Padres. The San Diego Padres are coming out of the NL West.
Dude, all of a sudden they get...
All right, so
dude, all of a sudden they get a washed up Xander Bogaerts in their World Series favorites. That's just crazy. All right, I think we're getting into awards. I went 6 for 30, which is such a good record. That is just an unbelievable record, dude. That's the best record of all time. Dude, oh my god, I sucked. But
these awards. For AL MVP, it's a huge hot take, and some people may heavily disagree with me, but I have Jose Ramirez.
That was a fun MVP pick. Honestly, I was feeling Jose Ramirez. I was feeling a lot of Jose Ramirez. It was either gonna go to Trout, Ohtani, or Judge. So I wanted to be more creative and went with Jose Ramirez.
As being the AL MVP, that is going to put some shock on some people's faces. But I have Jose Ramirez beating out Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge could easily win a second straight MVP, but I think it's going to be Jose Ramirez.
That was a fun MVP pick.
For the NL MVP, another hot take. but there's just not a lot of talent in the NL right now.
That's such a bad take.
And I have Manny Machado.
Will I ever stop picking so horribly? Manny Machado sucked this year, at least for the first half. Let me look at this guy's stats. Dude. Oh my. Okay. Dude, this season he wasn't actually that bad. I guess that's not a horrible take. All right, Manny hit 30 home runs this year with like 100 RBIs, I think. Hold on, let me see. All right, Manny hit 30 homers with 91 RBIs and then 258 average with 140 hits and 543 at bats and 75 runs. That wasn't actually a terrible take. For the first half, it looked like garbage, but in the second half, he picked it up. That's not a full stinker.
Oh, Manny Machado.
Yeah.
Taking home the NL MVP. Manny Machado is disgusting.
He's a great player.
While it does not look like when people first search up his contract, it doesn't look like a contract year. He is already looking to opt out of his contract with the Padres. So pretty much it is a contract year for him. And Manny Machado comes up big. And I think Manny Machado takes home the NL MVP.
I said technically he is in a contract year if he decides to opt out. And I thought he was going to opt out. I don't know if he will actually opt out, but I thought he was going to opt out. And I said contract year every like anytime a player's in a contract year, they always go off.
Disgusting. I mean, he's going to get more than enough minutes to be MVP caliber. All right, for the AL Cy Young Award, while people might choose Jacob deGrom, Shohei Ohtani is my pick.
Okay, if he didn't tear his UCL, that he probably wins it. I'm not. I'd say that's a correct pick.
I don't know why this man just can't pull off an AL Cy Young. But I think he does. I think Shohei Ohtani is just going to have a good year. He's going to have to carry the load.
That's a good take.
Hopefully Mike Trout stays healthy, then he won't have to do all the work. But if he does, which might happen, then Shohei Ohtani is going to win AL Cy Young. And moving to the NL Cy Young, I have Julio Urias.
That's a garbage take. This guy gets arrested. His career is most likely over, and he has a 4 ERA. That's a stinker.
Urias. Is Julio Urias from the just not as good as the Padres though. Julio Urias will be taking home the NL Cy Young in my eyes. All right, for the World Series matchups.
Dude, finally, this is over. Okay, but
you already know who my pick is, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Coming out of the American League.
What the hell? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. 1 sec. Hey, Mom. Hey, y'all, how's it going? Dude, I got dogs in here now. I got my dog right here. Hold on. Can I shut this? All right. Hey, how y'all doing? All right. I'm gonna edit that part out. I'm gonna be doing more editing than usual. Hey, Bosco. Back in here. Yeah. Back in your pansies. Okay. So dude, this guy's such a loud breather. Every time, every time I'll be talking, he'll be like, love y'all, but yeah, let's just keep it going.
The Houston Astros for the third straight time. No one likes this team. No one likes the Houston Astros except for Astros fans.
That's true, actually.
And yeah, I just think the Astros, while people do not like them, they are still the Astros are still very well good enough to come out of the AL like they did last year and the year before. They're good enough to beat the Yankees. We saw that last year. While the Astros didn't have that great of an offseason, they kind of get a pass because they were World Series champs.
That's true, actually.
They didn't have much to work with. And now, for your National League champions, the San Diego Padres. I mean, the Manny Machado, in my eyes, takes home NL MVP.
What the hell?
And yeah, you're going to be playing with an NL MVP on your squad with Juan Soto, Manny Machado.
Sorry for the barking. Okay, that's just...
Xander Bogaerts, Yu Darvish. I already made a whole video on this Padres core. And winning the World Series, you guys already know it. I already made an episode on it. I think the San Diego Padres win it in 6.
Dude, we're done with this. We're done with this. Can we just move on? Actually, yeah, we are gonna move on. Okay, this is actually gonna take like forever. Holy hell. But which one are you? Oh, Brandy, there you are. All right, so game 1 of the World Series is supposed to take place at Diamondbacks at the Rangers. Friday, October 27th at 8 o'clock. Hi. So yeah, that's my dog Brandy right now. So, we're just gonna go down the line. All right, starting off with pitching. I mean, dude, I gotta give people are gonna say Rangers. They do have bad Max Scherzer and Nathan Eovaldi. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with the Rangers. This is actually close, but Max Scherzer absolutely bounced back. He absolutely bounced back from how bad he was in Game 4, I think it was. It was either Game 4 or Game 3, but either way, I think that the Rangers pitching is just better overall. Got Scherzer, you got Nathan Eovaldi, you got Andrew Heaney. Those 3 alone are really good. The Diamondbacks do have Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, and also the guy that pitched in Game 7. I can never say his name. But honestly, he was good, Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of background noises. All right, Hi, Blood. What's called? Now, we're just going to go down the line, starting with catcher, Jonah Heim against Gabriel Moreno. This is if there's one position that's going to be a tie, it's going to be this position. I'm going to give the slight edge to Gabe Moreno. He's having a better postseason. He's really talented. I'm going to go with Gabe Moreno for catcher. Okay, first base. We're just going to go around the diamond, left field, center field, right field. You got it. He is such a loud breather. Hold on. So, I'm just looking up Diamondbacks first baseman. I just want to see who their first baseman is. Christian Walker. Okay, Christian Walker against Nate Lowe. This is tough, but I'm going to actually give the slight edge to Christian Walker. I know Nate Lowe is really, really good and so underrated, but Christian Walker is just having a better postseason, and I think he's a better overall player. Second base, I think... Oh, yeah, second base for the Diamondbacks is Ketel Marte. Dude, this is easily the best like position matchup of around the diamond. Marcus Semien versus Ketel Marte. I might actually do. I take back the catcher, but you know what? Actually, I don't take it back. I'm actually gonna go with Marcus Semien, the slight edge. Both these players are insanely good, and although Ketel Marte is having a much better postseason than Marcus Semien, I still think that Marcus Semien's a better all-around player. Shortstop, we have who is it? For the Rangers, I think it's like. No way, hold on. Okay, Diamondback shortstop. Right now, okay, Geraldo Perdomo for the Diamondbacks, and then Corey Seager. Dude, how did I think Corey Seager easily? Geraldo Perdomo's good, and Geraldo Perdomo's having a good postseason, but Corey Seager's so much better. Corey Seager's historically good. How did I think of him? Okay. Third base. Rangers third baseman. Josh Young for the Rangers, and I think for third base for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks third baseman is Evan Longoria. Yeah, I love Evan Longoria, but it's Josh Young. He's a rookie. Josh Young has so much upside, and I think Josh Young's gonna be better just this series. Left. Okay, we're kind of moving through this right now, so hold on. No, I need to close my goddamn door. Dude, it is honestly hectic in my house right now. And sorry for all the noise and stuff like that. Okay, for left field, the Diamondbacks, we have Lourdes Gurriel. Rangers left field is Robbie Grossman. Yeah, I gotta give the slight edge to Lourdes Gurriel. I feel like Gurriel's having a better postseason, and I think Gurriel is just a better all-around player. Robbie Grossman can hit absolute tanks, but if we're talking about all-around player, I would give the edge to what's his name? I already forgot his name. Lourdes Gurriel. Okay, so I think this one's gonna be Corbin Carroll versus Evan Carter for center field. I think it's gonna be Corbin Carroll. No, it's Leody Taveras. No, Adolis Garcia is right field. Okay. So it is Leody Taveras against Corbin Carroll. That's a clean, easy Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll mostly plays center field, but he will play left and right. They shift him around, so he is a primary center fielder, so we're going to put him at center field. And that's an easy Corbin Carroll. That's so easy. Right. Yeah, easily Corbin Carroll over. I'm not saying Leody Taveras is a bad player, because Leody Taveras is not bad at all. He's having a great postseason, but Corbin Carroll is just having an even better postseason and is an even better player. All right, I know it's Adolis Garcia versus Kyle Lewis. That's an easy Adolis Garcia. Adolis Garcia owns the Astros. He's having a great postseason. And yeah, so that's gonna be really it for like comparing every position. All right, let's just my prediction for the World Series. We got Rangers and the Diamondbacks. This series, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's either gonna be 7 games, it's either gonna go 7 games or it's gonna be a sweep. The Diamondbacks have been beating the odds the whole time, while the Rangers have just been consistently good this postseason. Like, every time I doubt the Diamondbacks, they prove me wrong. I doubted them against the Phillies. I doubted them in Game 6 and 7. They proved me wrong. I doubted them against the Brewers. They proved me wrong. Dude, I'm tempted to pick Diamondbacks, but I think postseason experience might just come back to bite them in the ass. Dude, honestly, I'm gonna go with this is my honest prediction. And since the Diamondbacks have just been beating the odds and proving me wrong the whole time, I feel like if I pick against them, they're gonna prove me wrong. So you know what? Me picking them right now, we'll see what happens. But I have the Diamondbacks in 7 games. I think this series will end up going 7 games, and I think that the Diamondbacks taking the 7. even though I said that the Rangers pitching was better than the Diamondbacks starting pitching, the Diamondbacks starting pitching is still very good. Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, you're getting really good production out of them, while the guy going in Game 7 of the NLCS, you're getting good production out of him. You're getting good production out of your starting pitchers. Like, you should be fine in this series, and I think that the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Cinderella story, they will complete the Cinderella story and win the World Series in 7. Let's move on. A week in the books for the Bruins. All right. So recently the Bruins just beat the Blackhawks, and the Bruins are 6-0-0. They cannot be stopped right now. All right. Looking at their first game of the season, Bruins Blackhawks, they won that one 3-1. I didn't watch much of this game, but all I know is that David Pastrnak scored 2 goals in this game, and the Connor Bedard scored his first in this game. All right. Bruins, Predators at the Bruins. Again, I didn't watch much of this game. I was up in Berlin for a hockey game, so I listened to it on the way back. All I know is that we won 3-2, and this game was just a very interesting game. McAvoy had 2 assists. Pastrnak had a goal and an assist. James Van Riemsdyk had 2 goals in this game. Like, all around good game. The Bruins up until up to this point had been giving up an early goal, like when the game just first got started. Okay, now looking at the Sharks Bruins game, which happened on October 19th, dude, I saw David Pastrnak's goal before people asked me, did you see David Pastrnak's goal? I did. It was the stupidest goal I've ever seen. James Van Riemsdyk scored another one. Good Lord, Brad Marchand scored another one. Johnny Beezer got an assist. Brandon Carlo, Charlie Coyle, and Trent Frederick all got assists. Dude, David Pastrnak's goal, he should not be awarded that goal. Like, I know I'm a biased David Pastrnak fan, but he should not be awarded that goal. That goal was crazy and probably should not have happened. All right, Bruins Kings. I did not watch this game. Probably all the West Coast games I didn't watch live because they were all like 10:30 a.m. or p.m. Sorry. All I know is Brad Marchand had 2 goals and an assist. David Pastrnak had a goal and 2 assists. Dude, David Pastrnak has scored every goal. Has scored a goal in every game up until this point. Derek Forbort had 2 assists. Morgan Geekie had a goal. Milan Lucic, Pavel Zacha, and James Van Riemsdyk all had assists. And then now, and then Ducks Bruins. This game actually wasn't at 10:30, but it was still late. Matt Porteris, I think that's how you say his name, had 2 goals in that game. Good for Matt. Charlie Coyle, Jake DeBrusk, Morgan Geekie, Charlie McAvoy, and Ian Mitchell all had assists. And Linus Ullmark, how about saving a gem right now? Just giving up 1 goal throughout the whole game. Like, that's actually pretty good. All right. And then the most recent game, Bruins Blackhawks. Bruins up until this point are 6-0-0. Won this one 3-1. Won this one 3-0. Charlie Coyle and Jake DeBrusk all had assists. Same with Morgan Geekie. Morgan Geekie's been tearing it up right now. Matt had another goal. Kevin Shattenkirk, I forgot he was on the Bruins. He got an assist. Pavel Zacha got his first goal of the season. Jeremy Swayman, I keep saying pitched, but saved a gem right now. Right there, 23 for 23. Bruins play tomorrow at 7:00. So yeah, that's your outlook. Bruins beat the Blackhawks opening day 3-1. Bruins beat the Predators second game of the season 3-2. Bruins beat the Sharks 3-1. Bruins beat the Kings 4-2. Bruins beat the Ducks 3-1, and then Bruins beat the Blackhawks 3-0. All right, Celtics opening day is actually going on right now. The game's already started, so I'm just gonna give you a score. I'm not gonna do much with Celtics opening day. Currently, it's 37-26 Celtics with 8:30 left in the second. Okay, good. This is at the time of recording, by the way. So right now it's currently at like 8 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. This is at the time of recording right now. So, all right, obliterated. Let's move to my season. I'm just gonna go game by game. Hold on, let's just pull up our schedule. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So we're just gonna go game by game, and I'll just tell you like how everything was and how we played, stuff like that. So first game against a school called Massabesic, which by the way, Massabesic went 8-0-0. I just essentially gave away what just happened. Yeah, unfortunately we lost opening night. It was a Saturday night game. We lost 28-6. Massabesic's a really good team, like a powerhouse. We might get to face them again. Who knows? But if I can get week 2 to load, that might be nice. All right, hold on. There we go. And now, okay, I'll deal with that. Week 2 we played a school called Somersworth. We actually won that game, 22-24. Somersworth was up on us, 22-8. Going into first half, we look like garbage. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be an honest period of this episode. Dude, we actually look like garbage until Taylor, who's our QB, he plays special teams as well. Taylor's an absolute dog, but he takes an onside kick to the house, Micah Hyde style, and then from there, Noah, who's a running back, who's also a dog, he takes it in. He takes it in on a play that just Somersworth just could not stop. If they knew the play, if they understood it, they still couldn't stop it. I'm not going to say the play right here because this could get out to the public. But either way, Marshwood ended up beating, my team ended up beating Somersworth. That was a 1-yard run, and then we got pushed back on a holding for the 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion is what we would have had to win it, and we got it on the same play. Noah ran it in again like an absolute dog. All right, week 3. Moving to week 3, if I can find us. Okay, yeah, we played a school called Biddeford. Biddeford at Marshwood. Our team ended up taking it 14-8. Dude, we had such a good first half. And second half, we kind of fell off a little bit, and Biddeford ended up scoring a touchdown. But we were still able to get the win. At this point, we're 2-1. We're 2 in a row. We're feeling good. And then go into week 4 and just get absolutely smoked. No, I'm just kidding, actually. We actually beat Noble 14-2. Okay, so little backstory real quick. Noble is technically Marshwood's biggest rival. Marshwood and Noble, they hate each other. They're rivals. I hate Noble personally, but I don't hate the people that go to their school. I just don't like them because, well, they're rivals with Marshwood, of course, which is the school that I go to. But either way, Noble was the defending champs last year. They had a lot of 8th graders going into 9th grade, and now Noble is just completely they're 0-3. They're hungry. They want it, and honestly, for us, we didn't play a good game. We didn't have a good first half. It was 8-6 at halftime, I think. Actually, no, it was all tied 6-6 at halftime. We didn't have a good game all around. We were still able to find a way to win because going into Noble and taking a game like that is just incredibly tough. Is a very tough thing to do. And Noble's field sucks, by the way. So yeah, we ended up barely beating Noble 14-6, and then we go to Sanford. Sanford's another school. These are all schools from Maine, by the way, Southern Maine. And we go to a school called Sanford, and we ended up winning that one 16-8. First half was actually really good. I remember my buddy Robert, as well. The whole team calls him Nut. He actually got a pick, and the pick that he got was actually crazy because on one hand, I got right by my offensive lineman. I went completely unblocked to the QB. I hit him as he threw it. Somehow didn't get called for roughing the passer. And I thought as soon as he let that go, I thought that the receiver caught it, and I'm like, God damn it. But what did I tell you? And then Robert just completely rips it out of his hands and says he got it. I'm like, holy hell, let's go. It was that kind of play. And that was probably the craziest play of the year, at least for me. I'm sure there were crazier plays. But yes, either way, walked out of Sanford with a win 16-8. Dude, our games were actually kind of close. We weren't a full complete team, which we have gotten better since then, but we've gotten better since week 5, but all right, moving on. Westbrook at Marshwood. I actually made an Instagram reel after this telling the story of how the ref told me to score the Pats game, and then how the game actually went. I'm gonna basically just reiterate it, just without the story of the refs telling me to score the Pats game. But either way, Westbrook at Marshwood, dude, this was our best game of the season. We actually played two full halves. We were a 4-quarter team, and first half it was 22-8, and then I told y'all the score was 30-14 with under a minute left. The final touchdown that Westbrook scored to make it 22 to make it 30-22 was garbage time. So I wasn't even worried about it. This game probably should have been 30-14 realistically, but either way, we still end up winning it 30-22 and going into week 7. I think we're at 5 in a row right now. Until we play a team called Trip, which is essentially Turner, Maine. Now, I actually wasn't there for this game, unfortunately, because we had two separate conflicts, and I asked all my teammates about it, and they said that we played like absolute garbage. I couldn't tell you guys if we were first half or second half. I didn't actually ask that, but either way, we lost to Trip, 28-22. That the score doesn't even seem all that bad. That doesn't seem like a terrible game, but either way, we still lost to Turner, and now we got week 8, Marshwood against Kennebunk. I'm gonna tell you the score right now, and then you guys are gonna flip out like you guys just completely choked the last 2 games. We lost to Kennebunk 26-0. Now, before you say, "Oh, you guys choked the final 2 games," no, we were without our running back Noah, who's a dog, and we were without like a bunch of our players. We were actually down to 14 players, I think, at that game against Kennebunk. And also Kennebunk, that game in Kennebunk was actually being played in like a legitimate rainstorm. It was crazy how much rain there was. So there were a lot of fumbles. We didn't play a good game on our part, but we were also with we were also without a lot of our players. And there was just garbage weather. So yes, I'm not gonna say we didn't deserve to lose that game because we didn't play all that good. But either way, Marshwood Kennebunk, we unfortunately lost that, bringing our record at the end of the year to 5-3. And yes, we did make the playoffs. And we are going to be playing Biddeford this weekend at I don't exactly know what time it is, but all I know is that we're going to be playing Biddeford It's going to be at home. It's going to be at the Marshwood Middle School. And we're going to be playing Biddeford Saturday. I think it's going to be Saturday afternoon. And so yeah. First round matchup again. How this game goes, I'll tell you on next week's episode, which will be coming out November 2nd. But yeah, that's the whole outlook of my football season, or our football season. Sorry if I'm being biased, but either way, All right. It was a great year, fun regular season. Now a new season starts. We're 0-0, postseason time. Let's go. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna put Pat's game. Yeah, Pat's game. Okay, you can actually see my thoughts on Instagram. Again, Big Four Sports Podcast. Dude, what are you doing? All right, hold up. Okay, I got it. We've officially surpassed it. This is my longest episode, which I expected, 100% expected. All right. Talking about this game, dude. Honestly, the Pats look so good. They played a complete game. They played a really good game. Looking at the passing leaders, Josh Allen, 27-41, 265, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That pick that he threw was his first pass. It was a pick. By the way, I did start an overrated chant, and what I tell you, he throws a pick. All right, Mac Jones, 25 of 32, 72, and 2 touchdowns. James Cook, 13 carries for 56 yards, and then Ramondre Stevenson, 9 for 34. Dalton Kincaid was actually the Bills' receiving leader. 8 receptions for 75 and no touchdowns. Kendrick Bourne, 6 for 63 and a touchdown. And yeah, honestly, the Bills really never had control of this game up until like late in the fourth quarter, where Mac Jones decided to turn into Superman. Away team first, as always. We just went over Josh Allen. Latavius Murray will never die. When it's a zombie apocalypse, it's going to be like zombies and Latavius Murray. This guy will always be playing in the NFL. I'm convinced of that. Stephon Diggs, 6 for 58 and a touchdown. James Cook, 3 for 46 and a touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 4 for 35, and Latavius Murray, 2 for 20. Dawson Knox, 1 for 10 on all that stuff. That was receiving. And we just went over rushing as well. Defense, Jordan Poyer got a sack. Dude, the Pats' offensive line had a great game. Like the whole Bills defense didn't have a good game, while the Pats O-line had a great game. They were able to block Von Miller. I swear, if you listen to Wyatt's World, he says that Von Miller's starting to really piss him off. Apparently, because like after like whenever he does like his post game interviews, he'll always say, "Oh, it's always good to get punched in the mouth, but we're still good." And Wyatt's World went on a whole rant about that. By the way, I'm a huge fan of Wyatt's World, and it was just fun to see his reaction when the Bills got crunched by the Pats. So it was fun. Mac Jones, 25, 32, 72, 2 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott, 11 for 31. Demario Douglas had 1 for 20. That was rushing. Receiving, Kendrick Bourne, 6 for 63 and a touchdown. Demario Douglas, 4 for 54. Demario Douglas had a great game, by the way. Ramondre Stevenson, 6 for 51. Pharaoh Brown also had a really good game, 2 for 51. Hunter Henry, 2 for 27. Jalen Reagor's a thing. Either way, he was 1 for 11. Devontae Parker, 1 for 8. Mike Gesicki, 2 for 5 and a touchdown. Mike Gesicki was the game-winning touchdown, actually. And then Kyle Duggar, I got his jersey. He had a hell of a day. Jabril Peppers, 4 tackles and a pick. Christian Barmore was able to sack Josh Allen, and yeah, that was really all you need. That was really it. All right, let's just get to picking NFL Week 8. Let's go. Okay, so on Thursday Night Football, if it loads, oh yeah, it did load. We got the Bucks at the Bills. The Bills are going to be a pissed off team, and I think I could see an offensive explosion from Stephon Diggs. Bills beat the Bucks, and yeah. By the way, last week I went 6-7, which is just horrible. 58-48 is my overall record, which sucks. So I'm going to be buying a Josh Allen jersey. I've already bet that I'm gonna buy a Josh Allen jersey. I'm just gonna be buying one because I just suck at picking these games, and this week's a hard week. So I'm gonna take the Bills over the Bucks, like 23-17, I guess. I don't know. All right, the Battle of New Jersey. We got the Jets at the Giants. I got the Jets actually taking this one like 22-10. If it's Tyrod or if it's Daniel Jones, neither quarterback is gonna be able to pick apart the Jets defense. It's just that good. All right, Jags Steelers. I think this is gonna be game of the week. I have the Jags taking this one 24-21. I want to pick the Steelers, but Matt Canada, dude, fire Matt Canada. If I go to a Steelers game as a Pats fan, I'm still gonna bring a sign that says fire Matt Canada, and I don't care if Steelers fans get mad at me. Dude, Matt Canada sucks. Get that man out of there. How have the Steelers not fired this guy? Like if the Ravens told me that they purposely lost that game so that they can keep Matt Canada as the OC to screw over the Steelers, I would believe you. All right, I'm gonna take the Jags by a field goal, 24-21. All right, up next, Eagles at the Commanders. The Commanders have looked like garbage, okay? They got off to a hot start, 2-0. Ever since they played the Bills and got their ass beat by them, they haven't been good. I'm going to take the Eagles like 37-13. Like I feel like Chase Young will probably get a pair of sacks, but that's probably it. All right, Rams Cowboys. I think this game might also be game of the week. I feel like the Rams are just like they're good enough to compete, but they're still like one step away. I'm gonna take the Cowboys by 4. I'm gonna go 27-23. I think that's good enough. All right, Vikings have some very winnable games, and it starts with the Packers. Dude, at the beginning of the week, I said, "Oh, Packers easily, Packers," but the Vikings had a hell of a show, like had a very strong showing against the Niners. The Vikings defense looks so good. Brian Flores has turned from nothing into something on that defense. The O-line has been playing great. There's no reason why the Vikings shouldn't walk out of Green Bay with a win. Vikings have all the momentum on their side. The Packers are just playing like garbage. They're that whole roster's dropping like flies. So, all right, up next, Falcons Titans. Will Levis will be starting for this game, which drives me further away for the Titans. I'm taking the Falcons in this one. I don't care if Desmond Ridder sucks. He's still going to be able to beat the Titans. I don't know why people say this guy actually sucks so bad. Like, he's not that bad. All right, up next we have the Pats at the Dolphins. Dude, this is just pure me. This is just vintage me being biased. I'm picking the Pats and I don't care what people say. And your reasoning? I don't have any reason. I'm just picking the Pats because I'm biased, I guess. All right, Saints Colts, dude. This is Derek Carr's meltdown game. This is also a Saints trap game, easily. But I got the Colts because the Colts had a hell of a showing against the Browns. I'm gonna say it right now. Gardner Minshew has looked really good as a backup. This guy can actually make like a really, really good career as a backup. Gardner Minshew's looked really good in that backup role. He's been doing what's given to him. And I think that Gardner Minshew will actually struggle against the Saints secondary, but he'll still have no problem leading the Colts to a win. All right, Texans at the Panthers, dude. This is the ultimate trap game for the Houston Texans. I think they will fall into this trap. I know the Panthers I think they're 0-6. Yeah, I understand that they're 0-6 and stuff like that. But, dude, this is the ultimate trap game right now. And knowing me saying like this is the ultimate trap game, it's not going to be a trap game, and the Texans are going to blow the hell out of the Panthers. But I actually am going to pick the upset, and I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers, and Bryce Young shows why he was picked number 1. Granted, CJ Stroud has looked so much better than Bryce Young, and I might actually regret this pick. But I feel like this is just the trap game for the Texans right now. And Carolina's going to be well rested. Same with the Texans, I suppose, but chemistry is building in Carolina, and I think it all comes together in a Panthers win on a game-winning field goal. Browns Seahawks, dude, I'm actually going to take the Seahawks 20-10. Seahawks are wearing those throwback uniforms. The Browns defense looks like garbage against the Colts. And their offense, while they were able to put up 39, Deshaun Watson probably won't play. So yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one 20-10. Bengals Niners, dude, it's being played in San Francisco. I know I've picked the Niners the past 2 weeks, and I've been wrong. But Christian McCaffrey will be back. Niners will be back at home. Niners are going to be a really pissed off team, while the Bengals just have looked like very underwhelming. So I'm actually going to pick the Niners in probably an upset to most people, and the Bengals drop to 3-4. Dude, again, Chiefs Broncos. Are we ever gonna be done with this crap? Chiefs 45-10, I guess. Ravens Cardinals, dude. I'm gonna take I'm gonna upset. No, I'm not gonna pick it. I'm taking the Ravens. And Ravens like 30-13. Ever since the Cardinals beat the Cowboys, they just have not looked good. All right, Bears Chargers. I really hope this game gets flexed out. I think it actually will get flexed out. But I'm picking the Chargers on primetime. If Staley can't beat the Bears, he's got to go. If the Bears find a way to out Brandon Staley, I will be impressed. All right, up next, Raiders Lions. Last game. This is Monday Night Football. Raiders Lions, dude. I gotta take the Lions. The Lions are gonna be a pissed off team. They got their ass beat by the Ravens. And what better of an opponent than the Raiders? An absolute free meatball right down the middle of the plate for the Lions to just absolutely destroy on Monday Night Football. I hope this game gets flexed out because it's going to be a 36-10 win for the Lions. All right, an hour-long episode, which probably will be cut down. But either way, that'll do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to lose my voice for a couple of days, but that's fine. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, you guys enjoy me reacting to me, technically. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat something and watch Celtics opening day. All right. Peace.